Skyrim. The days have grown short and cold as the year wanes. So cold, in fact, that it's snowing here at Lake Ilinalta. Now, we've been to Lake Ilinalta before in our travels, and on other nights of the year, there wouldn't be anything particularly special to see here. But on All Hallows Eve, the veil, the barrier between the world of the living and the world of the dead becomes quite thin indeed. And of course, there are all manner of supernatural creatures that inhabit the wilds of Skyrim. Everybody's heard tales of vampires, of lycanthropes, the dreaded werewolves, and other such beasts, but on All Hallows Eve, even more strange and chilling creatures or spirits are rumored to make their appearance, and tales tell of one particular entity which haunts the shores of Lake Ilinalta. Strange and otherworldly lights have been seen over the lake in years past on All Hallows Eve. And so tonight we're going to do a little bit of ghost hunting to see what we can find here. It looks like there are some timber wolves here, but they're not what we came to find. There are other tales as well that speak of nature spirits that live deep within the forests of Falkreath Hold and only make their appearance on All Hallows Eve. We'll see if we can encounter one of those as well. And our ultimate destination on our wander tonight is the Falkreath Graveyard, known as one of the most ancient and most revered resting places in all of Skyrim. It's considered a great honor to be buried there. Hello, Fox. This fox doesn't seem to know where it's going. It's a great honor to be buried in the cemetery at Falkreath alongside many venerable heroes of Skyrim. What's that? Look. What do you suppose that is? That might be what we're looking for. Here it is. Doesn't seem to be hostile, but it's certainly supernatural, and there it goes. I think we ought to follow it. Oh, right past this very confused looking hunter. I don't want to let the spirits we've come here to see. Whoa, yes, it definitely wants us to follow. Let's keep going. There it goes, through the trees. And out to the lake. What's it doing? Coming back, yes, yes. We know, we know. It has something to show us. Oh, look at that. Well, there's an elk, but look at this. It's creating a path of ice for us to follow across the lake. And what will be revealed to us here? The snow is still falling. We have strange glowing lights in the sky. This is very mysterious indeed. Okay. We have found the Lady of the Lake, Lady Elenalta herself, one of the legendary Wisp Mothers. And what exactly Lady Elenalta wants this lake for, why she is here, nobody knows, but legends tell that it has to do with spirits and the deaths of many Imperial soldiers that once occupied Lake Elenalta. She has quite a ghoulish visage, and she seems to be swaying to some unheard tune, or perhaps that's just what spirits do to be spooky, I don't know. But this is maybe a little bit too spooky for me. Actually, we came here looking for a ghost, and we certainly found one. But perhaps we'd best continue on our way to Falkreath. We wouldn't want to disturb Lady Elenalta's rest here. But that's quite a sight to see nonetheless. We did find what we came here for. Let's carry on, shall we, towards Falkreath. We are once again on the road to Falkreath, having just witnessed the Lady of the Lake, Lady Elenalta. And it looks like Falkreath is this way. What is this? What is going on here? I wish I had any idea what was happening, but this traveling couple seems to be in a great hurry. And no wonder, really, on a night like tonight. Tonight is not a night for traveling. And yet here we are. But then again, I suppose we're not normal travelers. For most, All Hallows Eve is a night to stay inside with the doors locked and perhaps pray to one's chosen deity that the dead quite a handful of festivals, celebrations, if you will, around this time of year that are celebrated throughout Tamriel. All of which have to do with getting closer to the spirit world. What is this? Some kind of murder has evidently taken place here. These look, to me, like vampires. Goodness me, I did not expect to come across vampires, but here we are. The telltale glow of their eyes, their pallid faces. It looks like they've committed some terrible crime here. I don't know what they're waiting for, but I think we'd best be on our way. Surely, whatever they're up to, it's not something that we want to be privy to. We will leave the vampires to their business, but vampires are a very real danger. In the wilds of Skyrim, especially on nights like tonight. That was a chilling encounter. We're a little bit further down the road towards Falkreath now, and we'd best be keeping our eyes open for... Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? The telltale buzzing of a spriggan. Where might that have come from? Legend has it that on All Hallows Eve, these woods are haunted by the specter of the woods. And I think that might be it, stalking the path ahead. The specter of the woods is said to be a vengeful nature spirit that takes the form of a spriggan and preys upon anybody foolish enough to wander into its domain, these forests, on All Hallows Eve. It does appear to have disappeared into the forest, lost among the trees, and oh, I think I hear it. And there it is. The specter of the woods. It would be terribly foolish for any normal traveler to seek out this creature. But then again, we are not normal travelers. But this is a very rare encounter indeed. And oh, did you see that? That is perhaps the most dangerous, the most unsettling aspect of the specter of the woods. It can disappear at will. Oh, there it is again. Disappear and reappear at will, making it nearly impossible to fight in combat. Because as soon as it's threatened, it can just disappear. Only to reappear again behind its unsuspecting victims. I think we'd best leave the specter of the woods to its stalking. Goodness, just keeps disappearing, reappearing. A terrifying creature. respects to the dead at the cemetery. And finally, we've come upon the forest town of Falkreath. And not a moment too soon either, because it's just started pouring. The sky darkened, and the rain started pouring down. But we're here for a very specific reason, and that is to visit the graveyard, pay our respects at the graves, and perhaps pray at the shrine to Arcade in the House of the Dead here. This is Falkreath's House of the Dead, and this is the ancient graveyard with row upon row of weathered headstones, many of which are too worn and weathered to read. But great heroes of Skyrim are buried here, along with many, many others. And on All Hallows Eve, it's not uncommon to see, or at least catch a glimpse, of the spirits of the deceased walking amongst the graves. Perhaps we will see such an apparition tonight, or perhaps not. But on such a night, I think it's important to come, pay our respects, and remind the dead that they are not forgotten. I don't see any spirits about tonight, which is surprising. Just one of the old guards here, doing his rounds. But perhaps we've seen enough spirits for one night. We did, after all, see Lady Elenalta and the Spectre of the Woods, and some vampires to boot. So, let's get out of this downpour. Let's head on inside. It's much warmer in here, drier, of course. This is Falkreath's Hall of the Dead, where the caretakers of this cemetery reside. We can take a moment to pray at the shrine of Arcade. And perhaps we can dry off by the fire. What is this? It looks like we've got a book at the table. The book simply reads Trap on the cover. Let's take a seat. I've heard tell of this book before, and I think it would be a perfect thing to read on All Hallows Eve, on a night such as this. Let's give it a read, shall we? Trap by Anonymous. I saw the gold, and I took it. A different man might not have, I know that, and from time to time, I think back on the hour when I saw the gold and took it. You see, I was hungry. Isn't it ironic? I don't remember much else about that night, but the gold and the hunger. I don't remember the name of the tavern, or even the village, but I believe it was somewhere in southern Vardenfell. I can't really be certain. For some time, I sat dumbly in my chair, my mind occupied with nothing but the pain in my stomach. If you've never been truly hungry from days of no food, you can't know what it's like. You can't concentrate on anything. It wasn't until a figure to my left got up from the table to get a drink and left a stack of gold marks behind that I snapped to awareness. From this moment on, my memory is crystalline. My eyes to the gold, my eyes to the stranger's back, walking calmly toward the barmaid, my hand to the gold in my pocket. I'm up from the table and out the door. For just a moment, I look back. The stranger has turned to look my way. He wears a hood, but I can feel his eyes meet mine. I swear I can scent a smile. Out into the street and behind some barrels I crouched down, waiting for my pursuer. One benefit of a lifetime running from guards, I know how to disappear. For nearly an hour I waited there, suffering even more from hunger. You see, I was awake now, and I had the means to buy myself a feast. This knowledge tortured me. When I finally got to my feet, I very nearly fainted. I had only enough energy to walk to the other edge of the village, to a rundown tavern, before collapsing at a table. I think I must have fallen unconscious for a moment before I heard the barmaid's voice. "Can I get you something to eat, Sarah?" I gorged myself on roasts and pies and huge frothing mugs of grief. As the fog of near-fatal starvation began to lift, I looked up from my plate to see a gold-masked stranger looking at me, his vizard glowing by the blinding light of the moon through the window. He wore black leather armor, and was a different physique and size from the man I had burgled, but I could tell he knew. I paid for my meal quickly and left. I skirted the edge of the village, through a tiled central courtyard surrounded by squalid peasants' cottages. There was not a light shining from any window or door. No one was on the streets. I could find no place to hide, so I took the road out of town, heading for the wilderness. Hunger had pushed me on in the days before. was fear. I fell twice, rushing down the dark path, unused to the slopes and pebbled texture. The sounds of animal life, which I had numbed to, were suddenly very loud in my ears, and there was something else out there in the night, something chasing me. On the side of the road, there was a low wall, and I had scrambled over it and hid. I knew enough about concealment to pick a spot where the bulwark sank slightly, so even if someone saw the outline of my figure, you would assume it to be part of the wall. It wasn't long before I heard the sound of running footsteps from more than one person pass me by, and then stop. There was a moment of whispered conversation, and one of the people ran back on the path toward the village. Then, silence. After a few more minutes, I peered out from behind the wall. A female figure in a dun gown, wimple, and veil stood on the road. On the other end of the road, blocking the way back to town, was a knight, coated in dark mail. I could see neither of their faces. For a moment, I froze, unsure whether either or both had seen me. "Run," said the woman in a dead voice. The hill behind me was too steep, so I leapt over the wall and across the road in 2 bounds. Into the night forest I ran, the maddening jingle of the accursed gold in my pocket. I knew I was making so much noise my pursuers could not help but hear me, but now I cared more for putting distance between us than in stealth. Clouds of ash filtered through the moonlight, but I still knew it was too bright to hide. I ran and ran until I felt all my blood pumping in my head and heart, begging me to stop. I was at the edge of the wood, on the other side of a shallow stream from a vast, crumbling house encircled by a rail fence. Behind me, running footfall in the broken, dusty earth. To the south, downstream, a distinct sodden splashing of someone moving nearer. There was no choice. I half jumped and half fell into the mud and dragged myself up the bank on the other side. I rolled under the fence and ran through the open field toward the house. Jerking my head around, I saw 7 shadowy figures by the fence posts. The cloaked man I had robbed, the man in the gold mask, the veiled woman, the dark knight, 3 others too, who had pursued me, but I had never seen, and I thought I was the stealthy one. The moon was entirely hidden in a swarm of ash. Only the stars offered their meager illumination as I reached the open door of the ruin. I slammed and bolted the door behind me, but I knew there could be no protection for very long. As I looked about the ravaged interior of broken furniture, I searched for someone to hide. I assume that's supposed to say somewhere. A corner, a niche where I stayed very still, or where if I stayed very still, no one would see me. A splintered table lying against the wall looked perfect for my purposes. I crawled under it and jumped when something moved, and I heard a frightened old man's voice. "Who's there?" "It's all right," I whispered. "I'm not one of them." Instantly, I felt sleep fall upon me, resist it as I might. The old man's horrible face, the face of the hungry dead, emerged as the moon came out and shone through the broken window. His talons still gripping me, I fell back, smelling his death surround me. The table was thrown back. There stood the 7 hunters, and a dozen more. No, hunters they weren't. They were harriers who had chased me out of every hiding place, expertly pushing me to the lair of the real predator. He was weak with age. The old man was not as good at the chase as once he was. A blunt killing machine. Please, I said. It was all I could muster. Having enjoyed the sport I offered, he granted me mercy of sorts. I was not bled dry. I was not cursed by being made one of them, the burn. I was kept with others, most of us mad with fear, to be aged and tasted at the vampire's whim. We are called cattle. I lost all hope months ago of ever leaving the dank cellar where they keep us. Even if this note finds its way to the outside world, I cannot give enough information about my whereabouts to be rescued, even if some champion were able to defeat the bloodsuckers. I only write this to keep my own sanity and to warn others. There is something worse than being hungry. Being food. And that, my friends, is the unfortunate trap. There's a couple of sleeping graveyard caretakers over there, but they did leave the door unlocked, so surely they don't mind that I'm in here sheltering from the rain and warming up a little bit. Well, I do hope you enjoyed our chilling tale tonight, made all the more so by our encounter with real vampires on the road and the other apparitions and spirits that we saw tonight on All Hallows Eve. I believe that I'm going to spend the rest of the night here. It seems safe enough, warm enough, certainly dry enough. I hope all of you enjoyed our spooky wander in Skyrim today. I certainly did. I wish all of you a very safe and enjoyable Halloween, and I look very forward to having you all back here next time.